Hey guys, WWE fan Talkshow here. Today I'm bringing you guys my WrestleMania 34 2018 predictions. We're going to start off with the kickoff show. There's a total of, I think, 13 confirmed matches, not including John Cena and The Undertaker. So I'm going to start off with John Cena and The Undertaker just because we don't know 100% if that match is going to happen. So if I were to pick somebody to win that match, if it were to happen, Cena, Undertaker, I would go Undertaker because... first of all, I think if Undertaker returns, he'll be the American Badass just because last year he lost to Roman Reigns and it kind of seemed like he solidified it, that the dead man was just kind of like done, you know what I mean? Like he took off his hat, took off his robe, took off the gloves, put him down in the ring and left. Now I think if he returns, he'll come out in the motorcycle, get one last win over John Cena, the match that we've been wanting for years now, and he'll ride off into the sunset with his motorcycle, which would be awesome. So my prediction for that match, if it does happen, The Undertaker. Next up, for the kickoff show, we have the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Originally, this was, I forget which superstar this was supposed to be named after, but they just changed it to the Women's Battle Royal. So it really doesn't have any significance. Unlike, the men's battle royal, which is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but it's just the women's battle royal. So if I were to pick somebody for this match, I'd probably go Sasha Banks or Bayley. In between the two, I'll probably go Sasha Banks just because I don't really know if Sasha Banks and Bayley, if one of them doesn't win, I would probably have to go with somebody like Ruby Riott or like somebody like Becky Lynch. But my official prediction for the women's battle royal is Sasha Banks. Next up for the kickoff show, we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, I have a ton of picks for this match. It could go so many different ways. You could have somebody return and win. You could have a current guy win. You could have somebody that's never used come and win, just like last year, Mojo Rawley won it. Totally unexpected on my part. But the top guys I think that could get it are either Matt Hardy. I think that Big Cass can make a return, and I don't really see I don't really see Dolph Ziggler winning, but that could be my third choice. So take off Dolph Ziggler for that one. That leaves me with Big Cass and Matt Hardy. I'm just gonna say Big Cass makes his return because I heard that he is cleared to come back and wrestle, and it makes more sense to have Big Cass win than Matt Hardy because Big Cass, he's pretty much a 7-foot giant. Just like Andre the Giant, pretty much. So my prediction for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is Big Cass. Moving on, next we have the Cruiserweight Championship match. So the Cruiserweight Championship match is on the kickoff show, which is kind of disappointing, just based on the build-up for the past few months. Just like there's Cruiserweight tournament, judging on who's gonna fight for the title, the vacant title, pretty much at WrestleMania, and which two guys were gonna get it. And it came down to Mustafa Ali, and it came down to Cedric Alexander. Now I know a lot of people have been wanting Cedric Alexander to win the title. I think it was originally planned to have Enzo Amore drop it to Cedric Alexander, but then all that stuff happened with Enzo Amore, and he got let go by WWE. Basically, he had to relieve the title, and it was vacant. So my prediction for Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander, I'm going to go Cedric Alexander. I think it's about time that, Cedric Alexander gets the title. He's been working so hard, for a couple years now, ever since 205 Live, and he finally deserves to get the Cruiserweight Championship. So my prediction to be the new Cruiserweight Champion, Cedric Alexander. Okay guys, next up we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match, and it's between the current champions, The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, versus Braun Strowman and a mystery partner. And I think more people care about who's Braun Strowman's mystery partner rather than who's going to win this match. That's basically how I feel about this. I know that Braun Strowman and whoever is his partner are going to pick up the win. It wouldn't make sense to have somebody come in and have a return. Obviously, whoever his partner is probably going to be a return or something like that. I highly doubt it's going to be somebody like Elias. I mean, I feel like they would have already told us, a few weeks prior if it was going to be Elias, but I don't think it's going to be Elias. I think it's either going to be somebody like Samoa Joe making a return. He is in New Orleans, so I'm assuming maybe that could be a possibility. There is speculation going around that Rey Mysterio could be a partner. I did hear that I think he tore his pec or something, so I'm not sure if that's even a possibility anymore. But yeah, Samoa Joe, I've heard Rey Mysterio, I've heard some crazy predictions. Some people are saying CM Punk. I don't think at all that's going to happen. If it does, it wouldn't really make any sense. But it would be awesome because CM Punk would return. But I'm going to go Samoa Joe with this one just because, he's a giant, or not a giant, he's just a big dude kind of like Braun Strowman, and it would make the most sense, and they could totally dominate that tag team division and eventually feud down the line and lose the belts. That would be awesome. So my prediction for this one, for Braun Strowman's mystery partner, is Samoa Joe, and I feel like they're going to pick up the win to become the new Raw Tag Team Champions. Okay guys, next up we have the Smackdown Live Tag Team Championship match, and it is a triple threat match. It is the Usos versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers, and I know a lot of people, everybody's going to say that the Bludgeon Brothers are going to pick up the win, and I gotta agree. I think the Bludgeon Brothers have been totally dominating, ever since they made their debut as the Bludgeon Brothers rather than the Wyatt family. I think it's time. I don't think it's too early for them to pick up the win. I think it's just the right time. I think they need to put the belts on them just so that they can show how dominant they are. It'd be really cool if they picked up the win and then, say, instead of Samoa Joe being Braun Strowman's mystery partner with Bray Wyatt, and they win the belts and they reunite as the Wyatt family. That would be awesome. But I'm going to say the Bludgeon Brothers pick up the win. The Usos are finally getting their WrestleMania moment, coming in as champions, and they're not in the pre-show, thank goodness, which is good. So I'm going to say that the Bludgeon Brothers pick up the win. I think that it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for this match. Okay guys, next up we have the United States Championship match, and it is a fatal four-way. It was originally going to be a triple threat, which I feel like might have been better. I don't know, a lot of people are glad that Rusev was added to. I don't really see the point. I just don't get it why they did that. But it is Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode versus Jinder Mahal versus Rusev. A lot of people are saying Rusev because it's Rusev Day and he sold a lot of merch, and he asked for his release, and that's why he's added into this match, and he's going to win the title. I don't think that's going to happen at all. If it does, it's going to be a major shocker for me. I don't think Jinder Mahal is going to win either. I think it's going to come down to either Bobby Roode or Randy Orton. I would love to see Randy Orton retain. That's what a lot of people are also saying, that Orton might retain. But I'm going to go with Bobby Roode on this one. I feel like he kind of I wouldn't say he got his title stolen from him, but it was definitely taken away pretty fast by Randy Orton, and I think that they should, they should let Bobby Roode have some more time in the United States Championship and make it more prestigious, maybe defend it, and against a bunch of guys, maybe some dream matches, that would be awesome, maybe against Daniel Bryan, that would be awesome, but I'm going to go with Bobby Roode to become the new United States Champion. Alright guys, next up we have the Intercontinental Championship match, and I gotta say this is definitely one of the most hyped matches, in my opinion, for WrestleMania. It's probably in my top 3 most anticipated matches for WrestleMania. It is The Miz, the current Intercontinental Champion, versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, and man, has my predictions for this match been up and down and up and down. I can't really decide who's going to win this one. I just know that it's going to be pretty much a 5-star match, and it's going to be excellent. It's going to be great. I don't think that Finn Balor is going to come out with his demon paint. If he does, that would be awesome. I do think Finn Balor should be the one to pick up the winner here. I know that a lot of people are like, Seth Rollins needs to win so he could be the Grand Slam champion and complete the Shield being Grand Slam champions. Now that would be awesome, but then again, Seth Rollins pretty much did get the last laugh last Monday at Monday Night Raw when he curb stomped Finn Balor to pick up the win. And I don't know, if he does win, that might surprise me. That would be awesome. And there's a lot of speculation, I read some things saying on May 10th, that Finn Balor will challenge Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental title in a ladder match. I read that on a site. It was for a European tour or something like that. I read that on a site, and it was kind of a spoiler. It was the arena that announced that match, which was kind of stupid on their part. But I don't really think that means anything. I'm gonna go with Finn Balor to pick up the win. I was gonna go with The Miz to pick up the win just because he only needs a couple more days left to become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe save it for later this year or something like that. But I'm going to say Finn Balor picks up the win and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. Okay guys, next up we have the Raw Women's Championship between Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss, and this has been a long-awaited match in my opinion. I've been wanting to see these two go head-to-head. I know that Nia Jax is going to pick up the win. I hope she just squashes Alexa Bliss. I hope that it's just like ridiculous, kind of like how it was with John Cena and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I think it was like 2014 that happened. I just hope that Nia Jax crushes her and becomes the new Raw Women's Champion and is just the most dominant. Maybe even goes on like a winning streak or something like that and just dominates everybody in the women's division. Maybe even beats Asuka. That would be awesome, guys. Maybe like at Survivor Series. But I definitely think that Nia Jax is going to pick up the win and become the new Raw Women's Champion. Next up, guys, we have the Smackdown Live Women's Championship match. It is Charlotte Flair versus Asuka, and this is a dream match, guys. I gotta say, you got Asuka versus Charlotte Flair, two of the best in the business, probably the two best women's wrestlers currently in WWE. I honestly think that Charlotte's the best women's wrestler in WWE right now. But I would like to say, like, my favorite to win this match would be Charlotte Flair. I want Charlotte to beat Asuka. I'm just not the biggest fan of Asuka. But I'm going to say Asuka's going to win because I don't see her winning streak losing anytime soon. So, and then a lot of people are like, is Carmella going to cash in? I do think she's going to cash in. Maybe not successfully. Maybe like Asuka gets thrown out of the ring and she pins Charlotte. Maybe something like that. But currently my prediction for this match is Asuka. Next up, we have Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, I forgot to mention in my WrestleMania 34 build-up video on this tag team match that if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens lose, they remain fired from SmackDown Live. And Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon, pretty much, I feel like they're going to win. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon will win. I think it's pretty obvious that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to go to Monday Night Raw right after WrestleMania or something like that. Maybe the draft. I heard that there's going to be a draft after WrestleMania. So I'm assuming that Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon will pick up the win right here. I am kind of feeling that it is a possibility that they could lose, which would be a whole huge upset and will really set the tone for the rest of the night for WrestleMania, and just the crowd will be just very mad, and that would just kind of suck. But I'm hoping that Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon pick up the win. Okay, guys, next we have Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. I am not that excited for this match. I know that a lot of people are. They're excited to see Ronda Rousey go in ring and see how great she is. I honestly don't think that she's as good as everybody says she is. I don't know. Some of the moves that she's done in the ring and that kind of stuff, and her acting skills, all that stuff, that all plays a big role in you in WWE and your character and that kind of stuff. And so far, I don't feel like she's that good at, doing the moves or selling or doing any promos like that. So I'm not really excited for this match. I'm excited to see Kurt Angle at WrestleMania going head to head with Triple H. That should be awesome. I don't really care about Stephanie McMahon in this match. I don't know. I don't understand the point of her in this match. It just doesn't really make any sense. But if I had a prediction for this match, I'm going to go Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle. Okay, guys, we are heading on to what should be the main event of WrestleMania. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. This is a definite dream match. I hate how, this, for me, it is a dream match because I've watched the New Japan match between the two guys over a dozen times, just watching it over and over and over. That's how much I love that match. And when I hear people saying I'm so sick of how everybody's saying this is a dream match. It is a dream match. I mean, you can't put AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in a feud and can't call it a dream match. I mean, they're two of the best in the world. AJ Styles is probably the best in the world currently. Shinsuke Nakamura definitely in the top 10 best wrestlers in the world. I don't really know where this one's going to go. It's very unpredictable for me. I've heard a few rumors saying that AJ Styles should win because he's very over in WWE and there'd be no point of taking the belt off of him. Whereas I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura needs to pick up the win because, there's really nowhere else to go after this unless he feuds for the United States title or something like that. I feel like it'd be pointless. I don't feel like Shinsuke Nakamura really has anything else after this that he can do unless he goes to Monday Night Raw. That's why I feel like he has to win the WWE title. Also, he lost last year at SummerSlam to Jinder Mahal, which was an epic fail and should not have happened. I don't know why WWE did that. But I feel like Shinsuke Nakamura needs to pick up the win, whereas AJ Styles, he can go on for months and months and months without a title and still put on a great show and put on great main event matches and that kind of stuff. I'm not saying Shinsuke Nakamura can't. I just feel like it's time to win the WWE Championship. So my prediction for this match is the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. The main event of WrestleMania 34, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. And I honestly do feel like I think this should be the main event of WrestleMania. I not only predict that, but I feel like it should be the main event of WrestleMania. It might not, be as good as AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, but I just feel like it needs to happen. I've been waiting for this match ever since Mania 31, when Seth Rollins came in and pretty much ruined the whole match. So we really never got to know who was going to win. I feel like at the time it could have been Brock Lesnar. I don't really know. I heard that they only figured out that, Seth Rollins was going to cash in 90 minutes before WrestleMania started. So it could have been Roman Reigns, or it could have been Brock Lesnar. But we're going to find out this Sunday in the Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. This match should be amazing. And I cannot wait. I'm excited to see what Roman Reigns is going to pull out and what Brock Lesnar is going to pull out, what moves they're going to do. It's going to be great. A bunch of suplexes. Roman Reigns finally going to pick up the win, and finally, after a year of me waiting because of all these rumors, I feel like Roman Reigns is going to pick up the win and finally become the Universal Champion. And we're finally going to have a Universal Champion every single week on Monday Night Raw. And we'll have consecutive pay-per-views, consecutive Monday Night Raws. It's just going to be great. I just would hope to see like Roman Reigns feud with like Seth Rollins for the title, or feud with Dean Ambrose or Samoa Joe or Braun Strowman. And I can't wait for those feuds because it's going to be great, guys. I can't wait for Roman Reigns to become the new Universal Champion. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. But that's it, guys, for my 2018 WrestleMania 34 predictions. Leave your predictions in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I thank you guys for watching WWE Fan Talk Show.